Governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, says the recent sack of public servants in the state is due to dwindling financial resources and higher wage bills, which the government will not be able to sustain. The Kaduna State government had on April the 6th disengaged 4,000 local government workers. The state chapter of the Nigeria Labour Congress kicked against the decision, calling on the state government to reverse the decision and seek alternative means of running its affairs without inflicting additional pain on the public. But in a statement signed by his spokesman, Muyiwa Adekeye, Governor El-Rufai insisted that the government was not elected just to pay salaries of public servants alone, but to also develop the state. The Speaker of Nigeria's House to also develop the state. And Public Affairs Commentator Emmanuel Addo joins me on the news for perspective to this. Good to have you join us, Emmanuel Addo.
Thank you very much for having me.
There have been several reactions to this development in Kaduna State. I just want to ask you what you make of this, because not just that 4,000 local government workers were sacked, we also got reports that people who were 50 years old were also put on compulsory retirement, and those who were on grade level 1 to 6 were now reversed to casual workers. What do you make of this?
First, I think if you go through the statement by the special advisor to the governor on communications, you would have seen that that letter making the rounds has been vehemently refuted. It's a letter that has been flying since 2019 as part of efforts to cause the defeat of the governor in 2019. And as you are likely to be aware, Kaduna State is also going in for another election in June, the local government elections. Their tenure is up, is due. So that letter is forged and it's been described as that, even in this statement by Muyiwa Adekeye. So we will not give credence to falsehood. But that's not to say, like, my admiration for Kaduna State government is if you are looking for a government that is transparent and tries to communicate exactly what it wants to do. You might not agree with them, but at least you know where they stand on any issue, whether it's the security situation report or whether it's the disengagement of civil servants. I will tell you something, because I have lived in Kaduna for from 1970s to date. And I would say from some administrations, Hamid Ali, if you recall, the present sole administrator of the customs, was governor of Kaduna State. And he had reasons to sack civil servants because, again, they played into his hands. There were issues, and, it's typical of labor to always demand for improved wages without looking at the realities. And the realities that we all confront. Dabo Lere, as governor of this state, also had issues with labor in terms of payment of wages. In 1990, Babangida's transition, there was issues. But I'll tell you, my admiration for El-Rufai is that he came with this civil service renewal and revitalization program. Because, like he said in one of his famous quotes, no nation develops beyond the capacity of its public servants. It's absolutely a factual statement. And if you have a civil service that is largely populated by an aging workforce, in 2021, how can we be having typists when we no longer have typewriters?
So this is what...
Come again?
Go ahead. All right.
Okay. So even me and you, our blood every day gets, we produce new blood. So a service must be reformed. And I think preparing Kaduna State for the future is what this man is doing.
All right. So
He did it.
I just
He did it.
I think I have.
Yeah.
Sorry to jump in. I think I get. You have now verified that not such a thing didn't happen. But I think I'm also, from what you are saying, those who were laid off were those who seem a bit redundant because I hear you say typist. But I'm afraid we do have to leave it there because of our time. Public Affairs Commentator Emmanuel Addo, thanks for talking to us.